What's shaking, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we've got some more Cycle Frontier tips and tricks. And I have to tell you, there's some that I'm still learning to this day. Like, it's so exciting because this game's so new that I'm still learning stuff every day, and it's just so great. The number one tip I'm going to tell you right after this intro, I have to tell you, is a game changer. It made me so happy to find out about this. My chat told me, and I was so psyched. But I do want to say this one thing before we get going is, you know what, sometime during this video, if you do end up liking it, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. It's free for you guys, but it does mean the world to me, and I'm going to be putting out a ton more content on this game. I'm loving it, so thank you so much just for even watching it. So let's get going. I do have to give a quick FYI before I start these tips. This is for the closed beta. When the game releases, things will be changing, but most of the time I'm guessing these tips will still be really good for you. But just know I will be putting a comment in the pin section when the game does release, and I'll go through this video and tell you which ones have changed and stuff like that. I just want to let you know that, though. Okay, this first tip is truly a game changer. I can't say enough good things about this. Chat told me about it yesterday. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just run out my stamina, which commonly happens in this game. Let's be honest. A lot of times you're running away from monsters, or you're running away from players, or you're just running from point A to point B. So you're running out your stamina. But I think we can all agree that we truly hate the sound of when this guy gets tired. Like, he's getting there, right? Like, I don't know. It's such a funny sound, right? Listen to him. Listen to that. It's kind of annoying because this happens so often. You get annoyed at hearing that constantly, right? What you can do, which is a huge game changer, is you can go to audio, you can go to dialogue volume, turn it to 0, and now you won't hear him panting anymore. It's awesome, right? Like, it's such a game changer. Sorry, I'm just going to fast forward here so you can hear it. Listen to that. Ooh, nothing. That's pretty sweet, right? I know a lot of you guys hate that sound, and guess what? It's awesome that it's gone, right? I know you're going to be really happy, but it does have an adverse effect. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'm going to explain why. So if you have the dialogue volume all the way down to 0, if you use your alt and you say don't shoot, you're saying it still, but you can't hear it. Plus, you can't hear what the other person's, or what the other people, I'm sorry, are saying. So it has its pros and its cons. It's up to you. If you don't mind hearing the panting breath, that's up to you, but it does have its pros and cons. So I put the dialogue volume back up to 100 because I do want to show you the scroll wheel, and I want to show you a couple of buttons you might not know about. Okay, so the first one is F2. This is just a dance, and I'm going to show you guys in a second how you can use this to your advantage. Actually, I know it sounds stupid, but you can use dancing to your advantage. So F2 makes it so you can dance. F3, if you want to put down the symbol of peace, you know, maybe you just want to tell people you're friendly, or maybe you want to tell them you suck. F3 makes it so you can put down either one of these. And one thing I did find out about these actually is if these are still up but you don't see the player's name, I'm pretty sure that means they have extracted. But if you still see the name, I'm pretty sure that means they're still in the same instance as you. Someone told me that. I can't confirm it 100%, but it kind of does make sense actually. So the other thing, like I showed you earlier, is the alt button. This, if you don't have push to talk, if you guys don't know, this game does have push to talk. You can hold T for push to talk. But if you don't have it, like me, because my mic is hooked up to my stream PC, then you can use instead this alt wheel. So you just hold alt and you can say don't shoot. You can say help, follow me, you know, stuff like that. So if you don't have push to talk, you can use alt. And you know what? These are all really good ways to communicate in game if you don't have a mic. Now, I did tell you that the dancing is kind of there's a way to use it to your advantage, and I'll show you right now. Let's say you see someone just around this corner, right? Oh, you spotted someone, right? And they spotted you. And then you're going to go into cover. If you want, I know this is cheesy and I never do it, but I do want you to know about it. You can do this. So now you can look and see if they're coming at you, if they push back, if they're around the corner, maybe they're trying to snipe at you. I know it's really greasy, you guys, but just know that people do this. People are using this to their advantage like this. So just keep that in mind. So I don't usually use the 4x scopes or the 2x scopes with any other guns except for the sniper rifle. And to be honest, with the sniper rifle, I only use the 4x scope. You can use the stock scope on there, which is an 8x, but we'll get to that tip after. This tip has to do with just scopes in general. Something you should know about is the sound you're making when you creep. Like, I want you to listen to this. Just listen to me creeping. So you can still hear me moving around. It's very much more quiet, but it's still there. Now listen to me while I'm crouch. I'm ADSing with a 4x scope. Silence. I don't know if this is a bug or not, or if it's going to go away after the closed beta, but if you are looking for someone and they're say they're below you or something, you can still crouch around, ADS, and you can still be silent. And I really like this for the 4x scope because, like I said before in other videos, the 8x scope, if you use it, you can't see what's in your peripheral, right? You're only looking at what's dead center in front of you, where with the 4x scope, you can see your peripheral. And here's the thing, while I'm doing this and I'm being super quiet, you can't hear me going left to right. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. I think this is a bug, but just know that if you are scoping in and crouched, you're silent. It's kind of OP actually. Now, having a scanner for finding minerals is really good, especially because a lot of the green armor and green helmets need a lot of nickel. So you are going to be trying to stock up on nickel a lot, but it doesn't mean you do need a scanner to find these deposits of just minerals in general. So whenever you come across, say, something glinting, a rock glinting like this, you can just grab your pickaxe out, you can get it. But my tip is actually something that is a feature that I truly love. I truly do love this. So when you find, say, ore, or you find nickel, and as you're mining it, once you're done mining all the minerals out of that rock, it just disintegrates in front of you. It's a super amazing feature that I didn't know we needed in a game when it comes to mining, but it's there and it's awesome. I'm sure other games have done it, and I just haven't played a mining game in a while, but it's pretty dope. Now, you guys probably know already, and if you don't, I'll tell you guys how. If you have your knife out or whatever your melee weapon is, you run a lot faster, right? But did you know that you regain your stamina a lot faster if you're crouching compared to if you're standing just tall up still like this? So I'm gonna run out my stamina, and I'm gonna show you how much faster it is crouching to just standing. Okay, so let me do that right now. Knowledge in this game is really important. You know, where weapon crates are, or where to use keys. Like, keys are awesome. I was so psyched when I started finding the keys, but then I was like, where does this go, I wonder? I have no clue. Well, let me introduce you to a website that I highly recommend you check out. This website is called lucan.cc. I'm going to have the link to this in the description down below. I'm not sponsored by this company. I don't know about them. All I know is that they're doing God's work right now. So it's a really cool, just interactive map that you can see. Okay, I have the tall house key. Oh, okay, it goes here. It shows you where healing plants are. It's really cool because it'll show you like where hidden barrels are too. ammo crates, spawn points, if you want to know where safes are. Actually, they don't have safes yet. Okay, I'm sorry, they don't have safes yet, but they are updating this constantly. And if you want, you can just take away everything and then just put where the keys go. They'll show you the colors so you can match it to the color you have, the armory key, the server access key. And they are going to be updating this constantly, and I've seen them doing it day by day. And they do it for also for Crescent Falls. So this is going to be a great website when the game also releases, and I'm sure they're going to update it as we go, but this is going to be a godsend for a lot of people trying to find things. And something cool is like, hey, where are the focus crystals? Okay, they're all over there. Okay, bright sand, where are the focus crystals? It's just a really great website to learn more about the maps, and knowledge is so powerful that I have another trick, another little easy way for you to get to know the map if you are dying a lot and you just want to start feeling a little more comfortable in this area. So say you're using that website and you want to start learning certain areas of the map, or you want to be like, okay, I want to find all the focus crystals in jungle, but I don't want to deal with PvP. I just want to kind of go at it and just find them myself. A really cool feature is that you can do the tutorial as much as you want, but you have to remember that it's only on bright sands. But again, you can replay the tutorial. You have really good guns. There's not going to be any PvP. So we're spawning in, and let's just say you're like, I want to go into jungle and see what it's like. You know, you have really good guns right now. You know that they're pretty powerful, so you won't die to many creatures. Or let's say, hey, like, I want to learn Science Campus. I always recommend to people, even if it's not quote unquote like the best area, you should really get to know that, like, every single main point. Oh, he's talking to me. Sorry, guys. Okay, he's finally done. So like I was saying, it's really important, these main locations like Science Campus, Water Facility, the Lagoon, Vaccine Labs, it's really important for you to get to know these areas, even if they're not like meta places, say. It's just good to know like the ins and outs, how to get into them, how to get out of them. And if you want to get better and you just keep dying at, say, the Science Campus, say you keep spawning on the south and you're like, you know what, every time I go into Science Campus, I'm just dying. Well, you can start learning it, see where loot spawns are, and just generally know that if you die, it doesn't matter. You're just practicing. But remember, anything you do in the tutorial, you don't get to keep or anything. It's just like a free run. There's actually certain plants out in the wild that will heal you. And as you can see, we're coming up to one right now. And when you go to it, just grab your knife, swipe at it, and these pores will shoot out and it will heal you to full health. So if you know you're near the jungle, there's a lot of these, but don't always expect for one to be close to you unless you know exactly where they are. The first day I started playing this game and I saw the footsteps on the ground, I was like super worried about it because I thought they were Jeff's, you know, like the big scary monster thing. I thought they were his footsteps, and if you follow those tracks, that's where they lead to, is where the Jeff is, but it actually isn't at all. So if you follow these tracks and you get to the end of them, you're going to find a blue runner egg. They're actually worth $1,000 a piece if you sell them. They're rare, and they do only, I shouldn't say only because 7 pounds is a lot, but they do weigh 7 pounds. They are a rare item, but don't worry if you find these footsteps, because you're just going to find a valuable at the end of it. It's kind of funny actually, but hey, it's worth it. So after you do some of these raids and you have some extra items and you want to sell it to get some more of these Kmart dollars, you might not think it matters who you're selling to, but it actually does. The 3 factions will give you faction points for everything you sell to them. So let's just say you want to unlock this long shot, right? You would sell more stuff to this, to the Korvalev faction, because not only are you going to make 1,000 Kmart dollars to sell to him, but you're also gaining faction points for everything you sell to him. So it is important where you are selling stuff. So just look at what guns you're looking forward to, and, you know, maybe who you're lowest ranked with, and try to keep it at par with everyone else. Another thing to know about the factions is they do give you a bunch of different contracts to do. And even though you're picking, say, this easy one, you can still do these other ones and know you have to collect this in the back of your head. So let's just say you have this one. So you need to get 5 compound sheets. In the back of your head, you should still be thinking, okay, I also need Titan ore. If I find that, I need it, altered nickel. And then if I get a meteor core, that would be sick too. I can complete 3 if I get a lot of this stuff in this next run. So just remember, just because you have one contract doesn't mean you don't have to focus on some others, and just keep it at the back of your head. My last tip for you has to do with the crafting station. It's so important, and I think right now there is an imbalance with the game where you can buy these super intense guns for Kmart dollars, yet armor you have to craft, big backpacks you have to craft, yet you can buy these amazing weapons for just dollars outright. And that's another discussion for sure we'll get into, I'm sure, one day. But I just want you to go to the crafting station and just look at some of these things to get to know what you do need on your travels. Like I said before, when we were mining nickel is really important if you're just trying to craft, you know, your green stuff. You're going to need nickel, also strider heads, and some rattler skins, right? So these are something that I'm always keeping my eyes out for, because I am trying to craft at least always having green on me. And then you can do the same thing with blue. What do I need for blue? Okay. And it's just a good reminder of things I will need in the future and things that'll help me out in the long run. Thank you again, everyone, for watching this video. If you have some tips that I didn't talk about, I would love to hear them in the comments. Please help everyone out. I think the more we help people out, the more this game will flourish. And that's why I'm making these videos. I want you to enjoy this game as much as I am right now, because I truly am loving it. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It is free for you guys, but it does mean the world to me. I do stream 5 days a week on twitch.tv. I would love it if you come by, say hello, and guess what? Until next time, I will talk to everyone later.